There we go. Okay, awesome.
Awesome.
So overall, the trip was good, Ken?
Oh, it was just, it was spectacular. And, and so, it was our first time there, and there's a 10-day trip, takes, a day to get over there, a day to get back, but we flew into Rome, and then from there we went down the Amalfi Coast, Positano and Sorrento, and we stayed down, and we were in Naples, right? Yeah, we flew down to Naples at one point. I'm getting this such a blur. I've got to go back, through my wife posting every day to Facebook so I can remember,
There she is.
there she is. Here's
Speaking of the angel, yes.
Hello.
Hello. So welcome back.
I know it's not easy getting back into the real time here, so
Yes.
it was so much fun. Yeah,
Thank you.
what a great group of people too to travel with, and we had just an amazing time. The scenery was beautiful. The weather was perfect, don't you think?
It was a blessing. Yeah.
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 You've all been there before?
We've
You
been
know
there
what?
before. Absolutely
I'm
amazing.
just going to throw this away. Jesse's not going to get the pizza.
Let me go meet some people.
Did you
Right.
learn to speak some Italian?
Pizza. And that's all I ate, by the way. Just on a side note, I ate pizza every single day.
Yeah.
Came back and I gained only 1 pound.
Oh, wow. Well, you did
That
a
is
lot-
Love the
crazy.
pictures, though. That was great.
You obviously did a lot of walking. I mean, Pompeii,
Yeah.
Pompeii must have been a lot of walking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, everything was a lot of walking.
okay.
And the-
Sicily was beautiful also,
Yeah.
and that was probably one of it reminded me of the Amalfi Coast.
Mhm.
So, and we actually took a boat of Sicily.
Okay,
And,
does everybody have the other link?
Hey, Josh, can you mute yourself?
I'm gonna mute Josh. I got to mute it.
Go
Yeah.
mute Josh. All righty.
So, sorry, guys. I got like 9 people on another link here that I think we got the wrong link, so try to get them over.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
If anybody can do it, you can do it.
Mhm.
You can do it.
You can do it, Josh. And so it's funny, we took this boat over from, where would that have been? Sorrento and
Mhm.
over to Sicily and overnight. And where the
Cars. and
cars, gasoline trucks, everything on this boat, and then passengers, and so,
Mhm.
but then it was Sicily, we came to near Termino.
Yeah.
Or
It was, well,
anyways, there was so many places, but this group we go with, it's not a vacation, it's an adventure, and they just hit a lot of destination points. So, and that's why I love this group. And so, but
a little free time, like we
Yeah.
took the cooking class, like that was a lot of fun, just on our free time, and learn how to make spaghetti and our sauce, how to make real sauce, and the people were so loving over there too, just you could see that they cared about people. They were happy that we were there, and just really was a great experience. And the it was just so picturesque too. Like everywhere you look, you could pick a photo, and it looks like something out of a the scenery that you put on your wall. It's just so pretty.
everything what's behind us.
Yeah, yeah.
And, but I want to. Was a point I was going to make. 2 of them just came to mind, but we always ask the Lord. All the years when we raised our children and vacations, we always asked him to be our vacation planner, our tour guide, and our weather maker. We always ask the Lord, will you do that for us? And we've always had amazing vacations, amazing. And and this time the weather was a little overcast and it was cooler, which actually. So we came earlier than when everybody else would show up, in the next month or 2. So really, it was really awesome being cooler, like 60s during the day. It was kind of neat. And when we were in Taormino on Sicily, they kept talking about this active volcanic, beautiful mountain called Mount Etna, and we couldn't see it. Well, on day 3, when we came out of our hotel balcony, which is just a picturesque
Water.
over the water, in the town below, the sun was shining and the whole day, and there was Mount Etna,
Right.
and snow capped and smoke coming out from. It's an active volcano, but not a disruptive one that's under pressure. So it was just spectacular. to just and see how God
Mhm.
answered, our
Not only
prayers.
is this is
and,
it team, the number one
you know,
team, and then Steve and
so-
Gina's the number one team, but now St. Louis is the number one
Greg, can you
team
mute
of
everybody or no?
base.
What do you think? Alrighty.
Mhm.
So, no, I'm not muted, right?
Sorry, I'm literally muting people as quickly as there is, because when it comes on.
Mute. But it was just a great blessing. But and just to now roll into getting this meeting started, I just want to share as an encouragement to all of us about the power of this opportunity. And if you could just vision cast for everybody yourself, here we, because of this amazing patch and this amazing team and this system we have, and walking this thing out, and over time, and what it's done for us to know we went on an amazing vacation and came back significantly more wealthier.
Mhm.
I mean, how wonderful is that? And that, thank God for this amazing opportunity.
Mhm.
And the beautiful thing is, as we all get into this opportunity, you realize the power it's much bigger than us.
Right.
So the weight on you and me trying to make more money,
Right.
it's kind of lifted off of us because it's spread out on everybody else's shoulders who are sharing.
Mhm.
And it's just the most beautiful business model for all of us. And so I'm excited for everybody on this call, and for those who are really going to run with what we have on our plate. And I'm going to be making some announcements tonight later on, about what we're going to be doing to continue to equip and help you really win quicker, bigger, and help your friends and your team do likewise. And that's another beautiful thing about this dynamic is we're all in this together. We're all learning, get better, and we're learning above the line. We're no money's coming out of my bank account. It's our bank accounts. It's getting filled up, if you will. So praise God. All right. So tonight, for those of you who are maybe new on this call, welcome to our team. It's a local. You're part of a bigger team of over 70,000 people under Steve and Gina Merritt called the This Is It team. Steve and Gina are our upline and ultimately up. And so, crushing $3.5 million a year, 80,000 a week, within 22 months or less. And create a system that we're all following that basically in this 20-year-old company, and our team is only 22 months old, we are the fastest growing team in this company. And by the way, this company, the 500 companies in the wellness space, is the fastest growing company with momentum in the world. And our team is the fastest growing team inside of that fast growing company. So what's that say? Is that we're all honored and privileged to have this opportunity. We feel God divinely has placed us in this opportunity because he wants to bless you. He wants to bless all of us in this opportunity. And so we get the ability to patch more people, see more miracles, change more lives, and really and make more money than any other team in all of the LifeWave system in 75 countries. So, and tonight, the reason why we do these calls, which typically are designed to be a 35-minute call and versus 60, because it celebrates the win of that. We don't need a lot of time to succeed wildly in this opportunity. And so typically it's broken down into three. Let me change my view here. This meeting's broken down in three pieces. First, we want to celebrate those who are winning, by hitting ranks, manager, director, senior director, and so on. And then secondly, we want to bring some inspiration. The why behind why we love about this patch. So here's some of the miracles, just like we heard just at the beginning for some of you who weren't on early from Christina Colon, and who's brand new in this opportunity, just 6 days into wearing patches. And this is part of the fire that we all to share. And the beautiful thing, and that's the second part. The third is equipping. We'll give some tools to help you get better at sharing this opportunity, signing your friends up, and so and then also I am going to make on a side note some really great announcements in relation to the Destination Director event coming up here shortly in the next 4 weeks, and so that we're super excited about. But first, I'm going to turn this over to Greg and Mena Warmbier, our executive directors on their way to presidential director, and they're going to share with us, some folks who've hit some ranks, and so we can celebrate those of you who are moving on up. So Greg and Mena, if you want to.
Yes. Yeah, awesome. So we're super excited about obviously being a part of this team. Like Ken and Diana talked about, we're just got so much growth going on all over the place, which is amazing. And so we're very, very excited, obviously, to announce new people. Obviously, they're hitting different ranks. We got people that are like one away, that even like tonight, we might have a new director, might have new manager, another one for sure tomorrow. It's very, very cool what's going on, but we're not going to make those announcements until they're official. But there's a couple different ones that are official. So I'm gonna actually, did you have anything you were saying real quick? Because I was going to introduce Josh to introduce at least one of the people.
Yeah, could we
Mhm.
introduce Brendan?
Yeah, he's not.
Okay, we know he's not on, but
Yes.
I think we need to.
No, I will. Yes. So, but let's. So,
Okay, well,
ahead.
I wanted to just go back to what Ken was saying of how blessed we are to be part of this opportunity, and we really are blessed because everything that's happening is not one individual doing this on their own. This is a team working together. And if we helping each other, we ourselves are being blessed. So the whole thing is to find the people to work with and the people that are willing to.
There we go.
Oh gosh.
Are
The
we
peop-
there now?
Oh gosh.
Okay, let me mute.
The people that are willing to work with you, you're helping them, and we all together are growing. And we just got off a meeting that our church runs. It's called Kingdom Business Fellowship, and the one scripture that Timothy Euster, who's a multi-millionaire youngster, like 39 or 40 in our church, he gave the scripture, which is for all of us. It's God's promise to us, Deuteronomy 8 verse 18, but you shall remember the Lord your God, for it is he who is giving you power to make wealth, that he may confirm his covenant, which he swore to your fathers as it is this day. So, he gives us the ability, and we're just sharing that with the people around us, so we are so blessed to be part of such an amazing team, which is all of you, and our upline, and grateful to be here this evening. And we're excited to announce our brand new managers.
Yeah. So Josh, I'll let you take it away because I know there's a lot of people in the waiting. Basically, what's going to be happening over the next few days. But I know we have someone on here. So if you want to take it away and introduce one of the new managers on your team, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, I'd be honored. So David Spangler is on here, who just reached manager. And, it reminds me of one of the videos we were watching on the Saturday training last week, that they talk about, hey, try to hit manager in 30 days. Or you can do it sooner if you want. And David said, nah. So in less than 2 weeks, he's hit manager, and he is running fast. And on looking at his binary, he's got, 2 on his left and a number on his right, 21 people in his group already in like 13 days. So pretty exciting for the growth that he's seeing. And it's really neat to experience. Chuck has obviously got some great relationships with people. And when somebody trusts somebody, they hold hands and say yes, and then let's figure out what it is, and that's kind of the relationship it is. And then it's just so exciting to see what this product is actually doing for people. So love to have Dave and our team doing an outstanding job so far, and can't wait to see how far this goes. So David, anything for us?
Well, I just want to thank everybody for the support so far. I was amazed yesterday to hear from many of the leaders on this team that reached out to me before it was even 7 a.m. in the morning, congratulating me. So that really was amazing to me. The fourth person, or the fourth person on my team, is my 90-year-old dad, who I actually patched this morning, and he is really struggling in the mornings. The first couple hours, he said it's just terrible trying to get started each day. But he said if this can fix any of the problems he has, look out. And we're going to build a business together with each other. So give him something to do, because he's been retired for quite a while. And my mom passed 9 years ago yesterday, so it's kind of a launch for that as well. So I know she's looking out for us as well. But really excited to get started. I've been in network marketing in the past. I've known Chuck Williams for almost 20 years, and anything Chuck does, I believe in. So he called me. I got in the same night that he called, and I'm not looking back. And I've always wanted something that I could bless other people with. And there's so many things out there that this is unique, obviously. And I have some health issues that I'm dealing with as well. So if this can help me, I'm going to be the biggest walking, talking billboard there is in LifeWave. So thanks to everybody, and thanks for reaching out. And when you were mentioning the team, Ken, a little while ago, I saw everybody's heads nodding up and down. So I truly believe in this team, and just blessed to be a part of it. Thank you very much.
Hey, David, if I may, Josh, maybe if I just interrupt. Hey, first of all, I'm excited for your dad, right? And our hearts go out. I lost my mom a few years ago, so I understand. And so the bittersweet there. But congratulations. But you made a point that I thought was really awesome, that you're still looking for some results, but yet in the meantime, you're sharing this product. Like you're not, almost like, if I understand correctly, you're not fully waiting to fully receive everything you're trying to get from it before you share it. You're already sharing it. Can you just expound a little bit on that, if I'm hearing you correctly?
Well, the recorded testimonials were amazing to me, but everyone's skeptical in their own way, and they're saying, "Oh yeah, I'm sure it works. Maybe not for me, but everybody else." But some of the ones that Diane Williams has experienced, and that Diane has been an inspiration to me as well, Chuck's wife. She's been a behind-the-scenes person with Chuck and all of his businesses for years and years and years, and never been out there talking to people. And she's talked to 40 people and counting. She was up at one of the meetings. Josh, I believe it was one of your meetings where she's up there talking to people, and it truly opened my eyes, and she has inspired me to do the same, because I've been a behind the scenes person and worked in customer service for some companies as well, but no more. I'm out there and my next, looking at the next target, and really to follow the leadership of this team. I mean, it's incredible. And the other thing I want to say too, about all of you, I haven't seen any prima donnas in this company whatsoever yet. None. Everybody has reached out to me. They don't know me. They don't have to do that, but they've done that, and that's what's making a difference. That's why this team is growing so fast.
That's awesome, David. Thank you. That's really powerful, and so really appreciate you sharing that.
Thanks a lot.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're super excited for you, David. Again, that's being a part of the team and just moving forward. And that's one thing I was very thankful, because even like Ken spoke to us before he saw the results, and he just uses other people's testimonials. And I'm also grateful that he shared with us before he had all the results that he had. And so it's been pretty amazing. And so again, one thing we're always doing is always encouraging people more than anything else, because I tell people, always want to inspire you to literally use this product, because we want you to experience it. And so our prayer is going to be that you and your dad are both experience this in a huge way, and you're going to see that, and we're going to hear praise reports very, very shortly from both of you, which I guarantee it. So, which is awesome. So the other person that again is not on, but I do want to recognize him. And again, you're going to hear from him. I'm going to have him do a video. I'll probably play it next week, because right now he is sleeping because he's in South Africa. But we actually had a young man, because I visited several different BNIs in South Africa. And this young guy actually said, he goes, I want to hear more about what you're doing, everything else. But while we were on vacation in Puerto Vallarta, we actually got him registered then. And literally, I think 2 days later, he upgraded to Diamond. And since then, he's been registering people like crazy. So he's super excited. I think he's got like 16, 18 people on his team already. He just ranked manager. That's Brendan Duplessis. So again, you're going to be hearing a lot more from him. A young man, 22 years old. And again, I joked with him. I said, I'll give you everything I've got, but not my wife and my kids, if I can get back to 22 again. But no, but it's pretty amazing when you understand the energy, the fire that people have, and his belief is through the roof, and he's running with this like crazy. He's tying into the BNIs here, actually in the United States. Now, was on speed networking with me tonight. He's actually made some great contacts and signed up already a couple people from doing that. So again, awesome for him. I'm excited for him, but you're going to hear from him a lot more. But that's the other person we wanted to recognize.
Hey, Greg, I have a secret on how to get the 22, because I got the 21. I'm wearing 2 patches.
That's what I read, that 2 patches.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. But Brendan is really teachable and very, very passionate and motivated, and he's a fast learner. In fact, he has been on all the Zooms, all the recordings. So, you know, he knows how to respond very cordially and civilly to anybody who has objections, which I was really impressed by. So we're grateful that he's part of our team, and you will all get to meet him.
Yep,
His
absolutely.
plan is to be senior presidential director soon. So
Yes, so he's really great. He's fast. This is good. Awesome.
Praise
So,
God.
so back to you, Ken. So awesome. That's what we have for today. And obviously we're gonna have a lot more next week, which is pretty exciting.
Wonderful. Well, thanks and congratulations once again, and everybody. You know, so that you said celebrating is the first. How we love to open up the meeting to celebrate you, your win, and next inspiration. And so, you know, Christina, I'm gonna, because some people didn't get to hear you, and Christina's just 6 days in on this patch, and you know, and so just like to have her, if she would just kindly just share again, Christina, your experience. Just first how you got introduced to the patch, and now, you know, now what it's done for you just in the last 6 days. There's that little story there.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So I was working out, and I have a trainer who is Ken's son-in-law, Travis. And so my son, he's been in weightlifting, and Travis is, I told him about my son, how he injured his neck. And we thought he had like some kind of pinched nerve. So I'm very detailed, so you're going to hear the whole story. But so I was explaining to him about that, and so he shared with me about the patch, and he said, "Well, I'm going to have my father-in-law reach out to you." And we connected a couple days later on that, or maybe the next day on Wednesday, and I was at work, and I took the call, and he was so passionate about the benefits of the patch, and we just got to talking. He was actually on his way to Italy on a bus, and I couldn't hear him, and so he had shared that with me, and I said, "That's funny, because one of my employees is on her way on a bus in a travel club to Italy." I said, "Do you know Lori Wiseman?" And he's like, "Yeah, I know Lori and Rob." Like, that's my employee. So it was just, it felt like it was really meant to be for us to connect that day. But we got to talk, we literally talked for an hour. I was like, okay, well, I know you have to go, and I gotta go to break. But so I just, in that moment when I was talking to Ken, he was so passionate, sharing some of the testimonies, I could not believe it. So and my husband and I, we have been struggling so much with just getting older and feeling like we can't do what we do. I mean, we have three small boy, well, a 15-year-old, 7-year-old, and a 10-year-old. And so we're very active. We both have high positions in our jobs, and we're in sales. And so we're constantly going, and we feel like we can't function most days because we have so much on our plate. And just to try to stay healthy, taking vitamins, all of these things. So we have been talking about just figuring out, okay, how can we just even get through the days with the brain fogs that we have, because we have so much going on. And so it's just weird. I do believe, I have my faith with God. We've been struggling just, getting through most days. And so I told my husband when I came home, I was like, "Hey," I told him about the patch, and I was so surprised because my husband is very like cynical, and he's like, I have to really learn it to believe it. So I was explaining to him about the patch, and he's like, "I'm willing to try anything." So we ordered 3 of the patches for my son in Italy, right? You put the order in when you were in Italy. And so we got it last Thursday, and my son, my 15-year-old son, me and my husband have all been patched. And I've noticed a big difference with my energy level. And my husband, especially, we were just talking about it today. He's like, he's like, "Christina, I have not felt like this in a long time. I feel like my mind is clear. I feel so much more confident when I'm speaking." Because he's constantly doing meetings. He's like, I don't know, I just feel so different. So it's really helped us. I mean, it's only been 6 days, but I'm a believer. So
That's awesome. Christina, we're excited for you and your husband, your son,
Mhm.
and I just believe you're going to touch countless lives. And
Yes,
so,
I'm
and
excited about that.
yeah,
We have a
yeah,
strategy.
yeah.
We're we already have a running list of who we're going to share it with. We've already
Right.
been sharing it. So I'm excited to share it with others.
Absolutely, and that's what it's about. And we have a formula of success on sharing. So, and we're going to help draw you into that so that you really get started out of the gates, with the greatest amount of success. And you're already naturally successful. Your husband is also. And honestly, a lot of people on this call, a lot of us are winners in what we do in our professions. And that's another thing. When I think of my son-in-law, Steven Swenson, he's the 31, Steven? Yeah. So, and I remember when he was 19, 18, says, Mr. Burke, I'm retired when I'm 38, and he's on his way, in the Coast Guard, and he's hitting up through the ranks very quickly. And then Josh and Greg and just other folks I know that just, we work hard, we have integrity, and God's blessed us. And so, and we care, and so I love like how all the kind of folks you want to be around that have that good godly energy just makes this whole opportunity even better. Like, hey, we could be watching TV or doing something else right now, right? You know what I'm saying? But we're all on a Zoom, you know what I'm saying? And so it's exciting. All right. So, but Christina, thank you so much. I'm so excited for you, and we're going to help you. And
Thank you.
it's going to be awesome, and you're going to win big.
I'm excited.
Yeah. And so that's going to lead me into, I want to talk about, for those of you, we talked about Destination Director. That is the event that's coming up here on May 3rd and 4th, Friday night, Saturday, for those who earn Director. And now we've got to move the date up. So it's going to be moved up to the 21st of April, not the 28th. And so you've got to qualify by 3 weeks. It's plenty of time. Like, if you're brand new right now, you can hit Director, if you mash the pedal, and we have a formula for success that help people get to Director. And so, and don't have the slides up. Maybe I tell you what, Greg, I'm calling audible here. Is it possible for me to screen share from mine, or?
Were you going to, I can make you co-host, so give me a
Well,
second.
we'll skip that for now, for the sake
Well,
of
do you
time.
want to share some on Destination Director? Because I got
Well,
the pictures, so if you
Well,
need.
no, I was going to share. I've got a slide that has both the manager and director next to each other, to be able to show this play. And I really would like, unless you've got that also, do you have the ability to have the manager and
I'm
director?
gonna make you a co-host, so let me just do this real
All
quick.
All right, thanks.
There you go. Go ahead. Yeah, you can share your
Okay.
screen.
Let me screen share. Let's do this here, share. And what you're seeing now is, let's see if I can see this myself. Okay. So here we have everybody. The first goal is manager in this opportunity, where you are at least a gold or above on a 2-sleeve auto ship, and you sign 2 friends left, 2 friends right on a silver or above on at least a 1-sleeve auto ship, and boom, you hit manager. That opens you up to $1,500 a week potentially, and team commission. And bear with me, I've got another. Here we go. Here, let's pull this one up here. And this is their first goal. Our goal is to help everybody here who isn't manager yet. We want to help you go manager. And we share with people, you can do manager by Monday, right? And so think about 10 friends you have that you believe could use the help of this product. And then think about 10 more friends that are business builders, kind of like yourselves, and reach out to them. Hey, that's 20 contacts. Well, out of that, there's 4 waiting for you, right? And then boom, you hit manager. Well, the goal then is we just replicate this play again. And if you follow that here, you see this down here, there's manager one here, manager, two here. So if you help two people go manager, then you become a director. And this is the foundation building block of the business. Now, you do have to sign two more people up. So it'd be three on your left, three on your right, and of which one of those has to be a manager on one side, manager on the other, to hit director. This basic structure, life is like a camera. What you focus on will develop. And we just get better at the basics of these building blocks. And so what we're doing is we're helping, we're all growing together on how to get better at helping others go manager quicker based on their readiness. So now, having said that, and I'll stop sharing here, we have this destination director event happening here on a 3rd and 4th of Friday night, and then all day Saturday in Navarre, where you're gonna have 5 senior presidential directors. They're on my other side, on my other leg, and I end up sponsoring one. They end up sponsoring another. Well, between those 5 people, they probably made about 70 million combined, 40 million, and they're experts at building community. And I asked them, hey, can you invite us in to what you're doing? Because I want to share that, framework of success into my team. And they were, because they have great integrity, absolutely. And well, since then, I've learned more of the things they're doing. And this fits in that this is a team formula. So we're not breaking away from this is a team. We're just simply really fortifying it and fulfilling it in at even a greater manner. And so, and one of the things that we're going to do, picking up from what they're doing, is we're going to do 3 director workshops starting this Saturday, next Saturday, and the following. So that's the 6th, the 13th, and 20th. These will be at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll go roughly 60 to potentially 90 minutes. And these are really designed for those of you who are dead serious about taking this thing all the way. So 10 o'clock, we start Central Standard Time. Have your pencil and paper in hand, because you're going to be wanting to take notes, because we're going to help you really excel in the fundamentals. And that's how life is won, is excelling in the fundamentals and expanding your vision, sharing concepts that are going to continue to open your mind, fuel your heart, drive your passion, go basically change more lives. And so then, and Josh Holdaway, he's really the one that has been just a great resource on creating momentum with his team. And he's up in St. Louis, and so we're going to fly up on that 3rd week. Me, Diana, and Greg and Mena, we're flying up on a Thursday night to do a business opportunity meeting. And we're going to pack that thing out, and we're going to help sign a ton of people up, and they're going to want to get as many people they can get in that room, because it's going to be absolutely mind-blowing. Friday, we are going to go to dinner with a few of the key leaders up there. And then Saturday, we'll do the training live in St. Louis, be recorded. And that will be the 20th, the 21st, that Sunday, is the final day to qualify. And I'm sure we're going to push some people in the qualifying for director. Now, challenge is, initially, Andy had reserved a room of 75 people that he thought some of the spouses that were going to hit director, and then he realized that's not going to be big enough. So we had to move it from Destin over to Navarre at a country club, a room at capacity of 110. Well, right now he's pushing over 130. So today he and I were talking, he's looking for a bigger room. All righty. So, and in our team, you know, I've secured a 7-bedroom Airbnb on the beach in Navarre, those, and we're getting ready to fill that up. And that's all paid for those of you who hit director, you know, so that's you know, covered. And if you help 2 more people with director, you get another $250 of spending money. You just have to make your way to get to that event. And the key to this event is and on Friday night and Saturday, what you're going to hear from 5 other senior presidents or directors who are dialed in and know what they're doing, because their team is crushing it. You know, and I'm like, great, we're bringing that crushing-ness over to this side, this leg here, that you're on my left leg, if you will, it's my right leg, and to help you all win. That's my greatest joy. My greatest joy is to see you succeed, right? There's nothing better, right? I mean, I think a lot of us feel that way. And so, and I spent actually, and I'll just humble myself before you, you know, this is really my first time to the party. I mean, 17 years ago, I spent a little time at the network thing called Montevideo, and we were just kind of in and out, and that was it. So I'm not a seasoned networker, I'm a newbie, you know, and which should bring hope to a lot of us, you know, because we still hit the highest level in the rank in the company being a newbie, not knowing really nothing, and still learning. And I spent an hour and a half today with Andy. I said, Andy, I need a coach. Because I'm watching the level of what they're doing, how they're leading, how they're building. I said, that is phenomenal. And that's not normal. And not even, and I've been in corporate America and everything. I said, no, this is really good stuff. And I said, so download into me so I can download into the team and we can replicate, helping to build a culture of winners and be able to help each other, help the next person do the same thing, right? Because it's not what you and I know, it's what replicates, right? And so, so I'm excited. So this workshop we're doing is based on workshops they're doing, right? And so, and he gave me the outline and so on. I've been watching the Zooms they use. And so we're going to follow through on the success they're using. I'm bringing the success to you. So this is a blessing in the Lord. And, you know, the Lord could have, as some of my wife today, he could have had me sign up underneath Andy and some of these other people. He had them sign up underneath me as an order, right? And for a reason, right? It's a bigger reason. It's bigger than you and me. It's about God's purposes and us being able to take this and me being a conduit, my small role to help spread out, you know, the love of God, if you will, in this format and this formula of success. Because this event on the why you want to get to director, why you want to be in the room, is that event is to help launch senior presidential director, right? And even though, you know, that is 3 levels higher than director, because it goes director, then it goes senior director, then executive director, then presidential director, actually it's 4, then senior presidential director. This is for those who you want to go all the way. And so, and the key to going all the way is all in your brain. It can only be that which you see. And for all of us, right, thoughts literally change our future. And the time is short. Think about this. Remember when COVID began to hit, announcements were starting to be made, masks were being mandated, businesses were being shut down, we couldn't visit loved ones in the hospital, this all came upon us in weeks. It just came up, and you know, it's like the end of the world was coming. That was 4 years ago. Four years from now, it's going to fly by. What are you doing to make sure 4 years from now doesn't look like anything like today? You have a mechanism that can continue there. It's here. We're in it. And I'm living proof, you know, that this can be done by anybody. And the system, once you begin to peel it back, you realize, my gosh, this is a gift. And respect it and believe it, look at it, study it, right? Become part of it. And because God's going to bless you in blessing a ton of people like we've had the opportunity. I mean, just think, we had Joyce, our dear friend, share with us this opportunity. She had no idea what I was going through when she shared this with me. And I was going through pressure with my company. I have a great company, it's a respected company. I have 18 people in my company. And but yet I had a lot of mental issues going on about the business and just in life in general, and just things that I couldn't fix. And when she called me, she just didn't tell me about this patch. Because if someone would call me and just told me about this patch, not told me about the money that was being made with this patch in the short amount of time, I mean, I probably would have bought some patches, but it would have been just to try the product. When she told me that Steve and Gina Merritt walked away from their whole downline, so legally they could come into this to start again, but in 23 days, hit the highest rank in this company, 25 grand a week in 23 days. I knew something was up, and I believed that stem cells were awesome. So I believed the product before even wearing it, but I believed that I knew Steve and Gina Merritt. I believed there was an opportunity. I'm saying this because you're going to run into people this week who are like me, or people who are looking for more, because inflation is just eroding so many people. I'm talking to one of my team members, the client success manager in my company, and he's just saying, Ken, it's just crazy. It's now my rent's here and nothing's changed. My auto insurance is here. These other bills are there, and this is pricing us out of just in a home. And I said, TJ, it's time. You need to jump on board with us. Right? And with this opportunity, I can pay you more work in my company because there's things we can do. Nothing compared to what this opportunity can do. I mean, you can make millions potentially. And I don't dissuade that to block out the view of God being our portion here in the land of living. There's nothing better in life than him. But I just want to let you know that we are sitting, and all of us together are sitting in an amazing opportunity. We have a system we follow. And so this Saturday, next 3 Saturdays, it's going to be phenomenal. And getting the room is going to be phenomenal. And listen, if by chance you don't make it in the room, if by chance, our whole team, you're in the team. So all of whatever is going to overflow on you. So all of us are going to get carried up through this process. So remember, don't let any negative thought in, right? Don't give your pain a voice. Don't give those thoughts a voice. Speak truth. Speak what God thinks about you and how he wants to help you win. So, and I'm going to briefly, I'm over time, but I wanted to share this. So on this trip at Italy, my wife and I were on a 10-day trip. I signed up 5 personals. Now, I signed up 3 more for my son-in-law, which Christina is one of them, while in Italy. That's 8. Unquote vacation. Listen, to me, my whole life is a vacation. Every day's Christmas. We still have our Christmas tree up in our home. I love that thing, right? So because
what are you talking about?
every day, well, we set Easter eggs on it now, right? So one of the next holidays, we'll put that on there too. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll take it down in July. When Christmas in July, then we'll finish that up. We'll put that dang thing back up for Christmas, right? So, and I got one out by my pool too. But anyway, so the point is that what we did in the beginning, we just do it now better. We live this, right? So it's life. Life is, what is life? Life is, hey, you're sharing what you believe, right? You believe in Jesus, that's what we do. We share him. Like, we live for the purpose of us as Christians. Everybody's a little different, but that's our heart. Our heart is strategic. Well, now I got this patch. I'd like to share that too. So here we are, and here's just some wisdom here as you go for this week. When you and I are talking to people, you're going to come across 4 types of I call soil. And so we have this perfect seed that is this patch. It's just awesome, right? Well, and you're going to talk about it. And one type of soil, the bird's just going to take it. Another type of soil, the sun's going to scorch it. Another type of soil, the weeds are going to choke it. Then there's other soil, it's going to be good soil, and it's going to sign up. Well, we found good soil, at least 5 people. Boom, they signed them up. Now, I was looking, when I'm talking to somebody, I'm listening, I'm thinking, what kind of soil are they? You know, and I saw the birds take it like, Ken, that sounds good, but that's not for me. I'm not going to chase the birds, even though I see they need the patch. What can you do? Let's chase the birds. Another one, interested, well, I need to do more research, and they told me that, the ailments are having and things are having. I'm thinking, wow, now we will follow up with them. That wasn't good soil, you're signing up, right then. And so that's kind of like weeds choked it. They have thoughts or maybe don't want to tell me things going on. You never know what people are going through. So you need to love people where they're at and let them be. Don't try to change them. Because if you keep sharing, you're going to hit good soil. But then try to uproot the weeds. And then you come across this other soil who gets all excited. And so we had a couple, Mark and Lonnie, right? And he's like, man, I need this for this, my menopause and this and that and the other. We gave him a patch and whatever, and he felt better and, but he still wanted to, and she, and so he got excited, but then just kind of fizzled out, within reason. We'll still follow up with him, but that's kind of the sun scorched it. Gets excited, doesn't take root. So, and I saw the soil, I saw those experiences. That didn't hold me back from scattering bountifully. See, who scatters sparingly, reaps sparingly. A lot of times we don't talk a lot because we get defeated and discouraged because we didn't recognize that how life 101 works when it comes to sharing is you're going to come across 4 types of soil. And the minority is going to be what builds the majority of your future. And once you begin to then so that's the matter. Well, I just got to talk to more people because I'm going to get to more and more good soil. And so it makes it easier to let go when you see birds, weeds, and the sun, affect soil. And okay, no biggie. That's got me. I'm getting closer to good soil. And be ready to sign that soil up. Listen, I didn't pass these people. We just signed them up. Now, Josh get mad at me because I didn't sign up all diamonds. Sorry, Josh, but we're going to give him the diamond. He's just, all right, so you're still going to let me come up there, right? Anyway, so, we got, I think, a gold and 3 silvers and a bronze, and so, we met people where they're at, but I told them, I said, hey, I made sure to let them know about the business and to let them know about diamond. And we had to meet them where they're at so that as they gain their belief, they can lift their eyes up and upgrade to gold, upgrade to diamond, right? And so, but the point is, we excel in the basics. Basics of this business is fuel your belief. How do you do that? Stay close to the fire. You'll stay on fire. Stay on the Zoom, right? Like this, right? Secondly, share. Really good at sharing, right? And part of that is listening. And we're going to talk more about that in these trainings, right? And then thirdly is sign them up. Believe it, share it, and sign them up. And just get really good at that. And make sure you've got the ability to, I was with Christina, I was writing on a scratch sheet, on a sign-up form my wife had unfolded and wrote it. We got rid of it, by the way, Christina. And, so, I just want to start that. And I know even though we're a little over in time, I do want to open up. If you're having a challenge, or if there's something burning on your heart right now from what I shared that we could further help you with, or that you would like to add to, for the rest of all of us to hear, we're all better together. Please unmute yourself and fire away a question you may have.
I mean, I can just, I know we talked, Ken, a little bit my hairdresser, I shared it with her, and she's like, I'm interested. I want to buy the patch. But then I said, I know she shared with me too. She's a single mom, and she's like, I'm just looking for another way to supplement. And so I shared with her, I said, listen, I know that we talked a little bit about the patch, and I sent her the link. I'm like, take a look at the link. And then we didn't have a phone conversation. This is through text, but I just said, listen, I know that you were looking for another avenue. And so I shared with some of the success that you shared with me. And so she's like, I would like to order the patch and just see for myself first before I invest in sharing it with others. So, and I said, no, I completely understand. I said, I haven't even received my patch yet, but I'm going to share with you the feedback. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And I said, just let me know when you're interested in ordering. So I wanted to talk to you about that. Kind of, I don't want to be pushy, but I also think that it's a good opportunity for her. And I think that I just want to, I kind of read the signal there. I don't want to just be too pushy, but anyways, so I don't know if you can share a little bit about like next step with her.
Josh raised his hand. So Josh, go ahead.
Heck yeah.
Hey,
I think
Kristen.
especially when you first start in this, a lot of people are going to say, hey, I just want to test drive this thing.
Yeah.
I'll give it 30 days. I was the same way. I'm like, okay, cool. And then hoping that everybody's going to get their story. What happens is not everybody gets their story in 30 days. And the people that fell out of my organization are the people that didn't let it go for more than 30 days. So I encourage everybody out of the gate. I said, don't worry about this 30-day test run thing. You need to give this a minimum of 3-month commitment. That's $300 for 3 months to change your health life completely. I tell them we have 600 stories across the world here on things that it's done. Forget my knee. Here's this happening with neuropathy and with autism, whatever, you name it. And then you've got to give it 3 months. And if you get them understanding that first, we don't do bronze.
I told her about the 3 month. I told her about that. The $299. That's the one I didn't tell her about. Yeah. So go ahead. But I didn't say it that way.
But we want it whenever somebody's, because we're always going to do that. Whenever somebody says, hey, I'll give it a try for 30 days. I'll give it a month's try. Then we always want to just make sure we're pushing that away from them and say, you've got to give it 3 months. Because what'll happen also, somebody might get 2 weeks or even 3 weeks into it, start getting discouraged in their head, say, I don't think this is going to work because I only got a week left in it. And it might not work in a week. And but if we put it in their mind that you've got to give this 3 months, they know in advance. And then when it happens in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, they're just over the moon and excited because, hey, I didn't have to wait 3 months for my story. And so I would just encourage you with that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Ross. And another thing you may want to approach, Christina, is you want to ask your hairdresser, hey, I'll just say her name is Barbara. Hey, Barbara, if you won the lotto tonight at 9 o'clock at night and you're just so over the moon and you just got to call 4 people, who are the first 4 people you're going to call? How are they feeling in their life right now? How is their health currently doing? Could they use better sleep? Could they use less stress? Could they use, and what if you're the one to be the conduit to help change their life? What if you started sharing that with them now? Some of them began to get a result before you did. Would that help your belief? And then do you think they would be thankful that they didn't have to wait another day longer because you didn't wait to have an experience before you shared it with them?
I like that approach.
Yeah, it's just another way to think outside. And then you combine that with the 90-day with Josh on that. I tell people, hey, listen, let me tell you something. In the first 90 days, the collagen in your body is going to refresh. So your hair, your nails, your skin's going to look more supple. It's going to look better. If you have gray hairs, it may have less gray hairs, less wrinkles, all within 90 days. Within 8 weeks, your cardiovascular is going to be 2 years younger. Number 1 killer of Americans today, cardiovascular cancer second. And then within 4 to 6 weeks, the left and right lobe of your brain is going to balance. So you're going to sleep better, feel better, focus. it's like, you've experienced the brain
Mhm.
fog. So
Mhm.
that's just within 90 days, and obviously you deserve at least that, don't you?
Mhm.
So that's just one more thing to add.
Thank you.
Great question, by the way, because many of us go through that.
Mhm.
But how you tee it up also preempts some objection.
Mhm.
So you may not get, well, let me just try it when you start thinking about the 90-day and hey, who else do you know and who do you care about? How are they doing right now? And you open their mind up, FYI.
Mhm. Love it. Thank you.
Mhm. Anybody else?
Hi, yeah, this is John Clayton.
Hey, John.
Hey, I'm I have a quick question. So we've signed people up, silver, gold, 1 diamond so far.
Mhm.
Very grateful for that. But one of the problems I think that that we're having is that they're using the patch, but they're not. They're sharing it with some people, but they're not really business-minded people. I mean, they want to share it with people, but so how do I approach the current team that are on the patch, and inspire them to reach out to more people and even have a better view of what the future might hold for them financially, as well as many of their friends and family and contacts.
That's a great question. What they're seeing is what they're believing, right? So if are they on the Zooms? Are they taking a look at the Zooms that are occurring, on the Monday nights or the Wednesdays or the Fridays, or on the Zoom trainings?
No, I can't. They're so interested in the benefits of it. I'm sure it starts with me, and that's why I'm asking the question. I'm sure it starts with me. So how do I, now that Marlene and I are on every call, so we're queued up to it, but how do we take the team that is so focused on, I say the team, because the majority of the people that I brought in as silvers, they were, again, the same thing. Yeah, we'll just try it, for 30 days. I'm like, no, you got to give your body at least 90 days. But they're still in the mindset, I'm just taking the patch for, personal benefit. How do I know moving forward, there's a better mindset and approach, but how do I take the current people that are just patching?
Well, on this coming Saturday, and we're going to talk about how to couch questions of not only just the health, also the wealth. Because saying so, so that you open up people's minds, even if they may not tell you at the time you're putting a seed in their brain. But some of the other people who are willing, like me, we wanted to hear that. I didn't want to really tell Joyce that. I was still being guarded, but I was listening to the money. I was listening to the opportunity. I was listening because it was being told to me versus just the health. I also heard about the wealth. So you want to hit both.
Okay. I mean, I know that I've heard that in all of the calls, but I think that I got on the track of so excited for reaching out to people that were in need.
Right.
And I don't just mean, but yeah, people that had serious conditions. I sell recreational vehicles, and it seems invariably that my customer base have chronic conditions. They've got the money, but they have the chronic conditions. And so I just want to be able to, hit the right trajectory, because as I go, they go. And I realize that, I may not have gone the right, I didn't, follow the right path. So
we're going to teach you how to ask the right questions.
Yeah, and that's great. And I just wanted to say this, that, not everybody's going to come in with that mindset. It is really all about the mindset of the individual, because some people are in it to build an organization, and some people don't know where to start building an organization. So it all boils down to, we've got to go down deep, and we got to work with the people. So if they are only thinking about the results they're going to have, we've got to be the ones to say to them, well, who do you know that we can talk to for you? Do you have a friend who's hurting? Because they're not going to do that on their own. So we have to kind of take
Right.
control. We have to take control of that. And then once they give you that one name, and now that person wants the product, and that person's underneath them, and that person is going to run with it, that's where the
Right.
excitement comes, and then the fire goes up. So, you know, we don't stop at the one person who's first in line to us and say, oh, well, they just want to use it. And now we're sitting with them, waiting for that egg to hatch, like kind of thing. We just keep, just keep going with their referrals, and we keep doing what we're told to do. That is 20 right, 20 left. Keep doing that, and they watch that happen.
Yep.
And when it starts to burn from the bottom, it's going to bring that explosion. That's where the excitement comes in, from the bottom.
Yeah.
You know, so don't worry about the people that are sitting there. They'll come later. They do come later.
Yeah. And helping them define their dream. And that's the other thing that says that if you know that there's someone that has a dream, everybody does, is trying to find a way to talk to them about it. What Ken mentioned about that again, with just who be the 4 people. If you just won the lottery, who be the 4 people? But an example, for a lot of people, sometimes you bring it down to small bite-sized chunks. And say, if you had an extra $1,000 a month coming in, would that help in any way? Would that be significant? What would you use with that money? And then basically I rolled to $1,000 a week. What if you made $1,000 a week? How would that change? Well, man, a lot of things change. What if you made $1,000 a day? You know, and then again, and just asking questions and engaging them, but then say, who are other people you know? There's a lot of people out there, they're hurting. Who else you know? Who are the top 4 people if you won the lottery? Huge. I love that, Ken. That was brilliant, because it's something that it gets people to think. And when you want people to think, that's one thing I ever learned a long time ago. Someone says most people don't think, right? You got to teach them to think, and then teach them to think right. So once again, thinking and focusing on what the end result's going to be, whether helping their friends or whether it's about, you know, once again, making money to basically offset different costs, because everybody needs an extra $1,000 a month right now.
Sure.
Hopefully that helps.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's great. Thank you very much.
All righty. Well, we'll wrap the call up because it's 9 o'clock. And if anyone needs to really stay on, but I think please do. We'll wrap it up. And just to let you know, so we have the Believe Convention happening July 19th. Is that correct? I had my notes. There. Yeah, the Believe Convention is July 19th and 20th. And definitely that's something you want to be signed up for. That's going to be, we're building momentum. You know, destination director is going to point to Believe Convention. We're building momentum. There it is right there to the Believe Convention. And, you know, you can go to thisisitconvention.com to sign up. And, you know, and so, and there's a huge value to, if you can stay in the hotel. Now, if you can't, I believe their tickets are, I believe they're $259. Greg, Amanda, do you know what the ticket prices are?
Yeah, that's correct. So as of right now, I don't even know if they're for sale. You have to do the one way, and then once they sell out those blocks, then I believe they're going to open up for the next part. I believe I haven't checked it.
We have less than 100 tickets left. Yeah, I just heard.
Less than 100 tickets left. All right, so I don't have clear communication on that, guys. Except, I mean, I know certainly if you sign up in the hotel, you're good. But outside of that, so I'll have to get that back to you. So, but just to let you know, that is an event. You know, like, you're going all in, you're all in, and it's a huge, and it's a minuscule investment for a huge outcome. You know, and particularly when you're there. So that's that. And then tomorrow night, Wednesday night, Dr. Leland, you know, if you know anybody down in Naples, you know, they're going to be, you know, passing the Zoom live for the rest of the country, but it's in Naples. So if you've got anybody down in Naples, you know, Stephen Gina Mayer, Dr. Leland are going to be down there. He's an MD and he's awesome. And so that's going to be wonderful as well. So, and then obviously with the standard Saturday training at 1 p.m., you know, that happens every week is going to take place. And then the Friday, you know, 12 to 12:30 Zooms, all Eastern Standard. We're going to have our destination director workshop happening at 10 a.m. Central Standard, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's for those of you who are all in on getting just director and beyond. Anything else you want to add, honey? All right. Greg and Amanda, anything else want to add? Josh, anything? And Michelle, yes, I saw your hand raised.
Sorry, I don't mean to add this at the end. I don't know how to say this, and I know
Go
I've
ahead.
been my upline, who's wonderful and been working with me. But what about, I think sometimes my problem a little bit is fear that because people are having detox issues and it not going well with them,
Right.
how do I help? How do I even overcome that? Because like I somebody who she's not using it, but yet then I had somebody else and she's getting great results, and somebody else is getting great results, but then somebody else is kind of like even and somebody else like, well, I really haven't gotten anything yet, and I know from watching the Zooms it's exciting, great, but how do I overcome that? How do I learn to share? Because I don't want the spirit of fear to be attacking me, and I love that you guys.
Well, one thing you'll make when you talk about the detox, make sure that they're drinking good spring water. They're actually taking minerals. We've had several people that have actually had severe detoxes, but once again, once they added minerals to what they're doing, they're getting much better results. I know that Josh or Ken might say something about that too, but that's one thing that we've seen for people to help enhance and get the results, because most people don't have the right minerals in the body. They're drinking purified water and stuff like that, which is not helping. So that's one area. So I don't know, Ken or Josh, if you had anything else.
Well, I think Annette raised her hand also. Annette, do you want to say, if you can unmute yourself, you want to say something?
Yeah, as far as like detoxing and stuff, even with what I do, the one that was asking about people, as far as like being on it for only trying it for a month and stuff like that, even in blood work, like when you're doing regular medicine stuff, blood work is like 3 months. Like you have to do something for 3 months to even get a result in your blood work. So that was just one thing from earlier.
Great point.
Stuff like it's 3 months. It's a 3 month look at your body. So it takes at least that long for something to even show up or change something within your body. So I use that all the time, especially lately. But as far as detox goes, I just tell people to go slow. If they're on a lot of medication, somebody might have a quick detox. Even my daughter that was younger, she had a big one for her skin. And I just tell them that's going to happen. I mean, that's when your body rebalances, it can happen. You know what I mean? Like your body's going to rebalance. It's not always pleasant, but it's a good thing. So you just have to, I just tell them go slow. If you're concerned, if you think that might be a thing, just peel half the patch and wear it for 6 hours, see how you feel. And then do the next day 6 hours. If you don't have any response, then, you're probably good, but also obviously double up on the water and the electrolytes and minerals and stuff like that. But I always just tell people go slow, because it's no different than what I do regularly as far as protocols and stuff like that. It's your health. Your body's got to rebalance.
And Annette, what's your profession?
I'm a functional medicine health coach.
Yeah.
So I work with functional medicine doctors like Dr. Stillman, actually. I work with practitioners like that. So.
Awesome. And
She helps my upline. She signed me on, so I talk to her a lot.
That's
so
awesome.
but I think it's a fear thing.
Well, you got to, don't give your fear a voice. You may feel it because it's coming from your thoughts, but you got to crush it. And because for the benefit of everybody else who needs the patch. And understand that detox is a great thing. You got to get these toxins off your red blood cells. The only way they're going to come out is through your waste or through your sweat. And what's going to happen, your body's going to go into like a health crisis. It's going to feel worse, which is a good sign, because it's getting ready to feel a lot better. Because when those toxins come off, your red blood cells breathe, oxygen gets in the system, and now your body is going to be able to regenerate, and feel a way that it's been being held back. The detox is a quiet, the feeling of how they're cornering that bad feeling, if you will. This is not medical, but this is the reality. And they're cornering it, where before it's kind of spread out through the body, so you didn't realize you were carrying this ugliness on your back. Now you're going to summarize it, and bam, it's going to, basically push out, and it's going to give you a little fight on the way out.
Yeah,
it's coming out.
I met with a client today who I started her on the patch first. I said, you're going to do the patch for 2 weeks first, and then we'll talk about all the other stuff, lifestyle pieces. She's like, well, I didn't feel that great at first. I said, well, that's good. That just means your body's responding. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. So it's just sometimes you got to go a little bit slower. If it's too much for you to handle, you can't function in your day to day. Like if it gets, sometimes it can be a little severe. I had somebody who their skin broke out horribly, but just back off a little bit. That just means your body's responding, and that's a good thing. every time. It's a good thing.
It's temporary, and the water with electrolytes is, pink Himalayan sea salt, it's got trace minerals, and it's got the
Yep.
proper electrolytes, and just a quarter teaspoon is 1,500 milligrams. You can put that in a half a gallon, of water. You can even put it in a gallon, and so, but that's going to give the what's needed to be able to help accelerate, not feeling as bad potentially, and also getting through the other side of it quicker.
Right. Because most people start out chronically dehydrated anyway. A lot of things go away when you're not dehydrated, honestly.
And one other question, do you guys give out samples? And if you do, how many patches? And then maybe depends on the person. They know they will try it.
Yeah.
One or three, depends on the person.
I don't give a lot of patches out now. I used to,
Mhm.
and I just sign them up at this point, right? And so, there are great times to share patches with people, right? And so if you're not going to see them again, or or you can just give one patch to somebody's willing to wear it, just say, listen, I want to show you how easy this technology is to wear. I don't know if you're going to feel anything right away, because you need to give this thing at least a 90-day run. And then, but if you're interested in really change your life, and we're pressed for time, you can't, 5 minutes right now, and if you're open, I'll share a patch with you. And then tomorrow, I can help get you signed up, and then you'll come across your one-hit wonders out of that, but you're not going to use the patch as a means to replace you from signing them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Steve Muir was talking about that. He said he doesn't like giving out patches. He said if they do, they give out 3, but it's up to you what you want to do. We have a tendency to take the sleeve and say, tell you what, if you want to get registered, I'll give you these today. But what you're going to do is once we get you registered, when yours comes back, just give me it back in a week. And that's what we've been doing, exchange. And most people, we don't have to give them a patch. We give them a pack. They get signed up once we give them a pack, once they sign up. And then basically as soon as they get theirs, and they give it back. And that's worked very, very well, because then people want to use it right away, and I don't have to keep on giving out patches. Now they got, a good start and basically getting registered and everything else. So I'm discouraged giving them out, but that's, either way. So Josh, I don't know if you had something.
No, I'm the same way. If somebody really has any question about it, I'll stick a patch on them for 5 seconds and say, "Do your arm fall off?" They say no, and then we sign them up.
I love it. Michelle, the bottom line is the Lord's going to help you become very confident in sharing. That's the bottom line. So, and you'll get that. And as you begin to read books on confidence and joy and just things that begin to marinate, it's part of the disposition that's going to help you.
Thank you.
Yeah, just hang with us. It's going to rub off, and you're just going to get better and better.
You guys are amazing. Thank you, each one of you. Thank you.
Awesome. All righty. Well, thanks, everyone. And so we'll sign off, for now, and reach back up to your outline with any questions. Definitely looking forward to being up in St. Louis here in just 3 weeks on the 18th. It's going to be spectacular, 19th and 20th. And so proud of what you guys are doing up there, and proud of everybody on this call. And, because we're all together looking to win big, to change a lot of lives. And it is from the position we're in, it's just spectacular. And I'm so excited for each of you to feel what we see and experience now. It's just praise God. Yeah, Josh.
Can I just, while we're on this call, I just want to thank the 4 of you guys for being willing to make that trip to St. Louis. You don't have to do that. Yes, we've been growing. We got a great team out here. We got a great team across the United States, but you guys making that investment to come out here really means a lot to this whole group. So we appreciate that very much.
Well, we love you guys, and we're excited. So thank you. We're honored.
We'll see you in Cancun.
Yes, and we're going to see Josh in Cancun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunday.
I guess they're wearing pants.
All right. Well, good night. Blessings to everybody, and look forward to connecting with you again soon. Saturday morning, we'll see hopefully a bunch of you on the call. And as you're getting ready to go to Cancun on Sunday. And so that's exciting for you too. So praise God. Well, blessings, everybody. Greg, Amanda, thank you so much for helping host this as well and teaming up with us. You're awesome. And so we love you guys. Everybody have a precious night. Good night.